Hello and a warm welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie and the first of 2 videos full of ideas to make dinner a little more interesting. Next time I'll be shaking up side dishes, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. It's totally free. If you have unused or just underused equipment at the back of the kitchen cupboard, then dust it off. I really like using this waffle maker, but I feel I should make more use of it, so I'm going to make some savoury waffles and serve them with veggie chili for dinner. My waffles are going to be flavoured with sweet corn, so I've drained and blended some canned corn. Mix the corn into a waffle batter, made with no sugar obviously, and then add some more lovely flavours to it. This is half a teaspoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of chili powder. Butter the warm waffle pan liberally, top and bottom. I find that in spite of the non-stick coating, you need plenty of butter to avoid the waffles sticking. In goes the corny batter. I just guesstimate the amount in each square. Let them cook on one side, then flip over and cook the other side for a few minutes. Not bad. I had some of my veggie chili in the freezer. I'll link that recipe down below, so I've just heated that up. Serve 1 or 2 of the corn waffles and some avocado alongside. A nice change from rice or tortilla chips. If you have any other more specialist equipment, like a crepe pan, then you could also make use of it to make some filled savoury crepes. On this occasion, I've chosen to make a quick Indian-themed filling with aubergine, tomato, spinach, paneer and spices. Then just fill your crepes and enjoy an unusual but tasty combination. Serve a familiar meal in a different way. How about a tortellini bake instead of just serving it with a pasta sauce? And sauces for pasta don't always have to contain Italian flavours, so I'm using up leftover Cajun spice mix to liven up the bake. Clearly I'm freestyling this pasta bake, adding in whatever else I feel like, some cheese, peas and roasted squash. Add in some lightly cooked tortellini, this has a mushroom filling, and give it all a good stir together. Then just bake for 25 minutes, something slightly different. When you're making a veggie lasagna, there are unlimited choices for fillings. I never make it the same way twice, a foible perhaps, but it helps add variety to all those endless dinners we have to think up. Vary your veggies, add beans, fresh herbs or spices, and it'll always taste fresh. Along the same theme, pizza doesn't always have to use Italian flavours. After all, many countries include flatbreads as part of their cuisines. Feeling inspired by these Persian flatbreads, I'm going to make an unusual pizza for dinner tonight. The tomato sauce is a warmly flavoured blend of passata, cumin, paprika and parsley, plus a touch of sweet and tangy pomegranate molasses. Finish with salt and pepper before stirring everything together. Use a little of the passata to top the flatbread, then top with griddled courgette strips, olives and some sliced mozzarella. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes, top with a few chopped walnuts, and voila, an unusual and delicious dinner. For more flatbread topping ideas, you might like to take a look at my recent video, which has a few suggestions. Why not try cooking a cuisine from around the world you've never tried before? I love the foods from around the world aisle in the supermarket, and although I cook Indian and Middle Eastern recipes a lot, this Yemeni style sauce is a new one to me and I'm giving it a try tonight. I'm going to use it in a quickish tomato and vegetable stew with chickpeas. Pop some veggies on to roast. Tonight I'm using sweet potato, courgette and yellow pepper, and then I'll multitask and put together the sauce. The paste already has onions and garlic in it, so I'm keeping the sauce simple and using canned tomatoes as a base. Add a few extra ingredients, then simmer that all together. Once the vegetables have finished roasting, tip them into the stew and simmer for a few more minutes to let all the flavours fuse together. You can serve the veggie stew with rice or couscous, but for a change I served it with baked spiced rice. I'll show you more of the baked rice in the side dish sequel to this video, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll add the link below once it's published. This was a lovely dinner, Gently spiced both from the stew and the rice, I love these flavours and it wasn't hard to put together. An easy way to play with an international cooking theme is to be inspired by a meal you cook regularly and serve it with a complimentary side dish. We have these corn mozzarella and pesto escallops for dinner quite often, and I serve them with a variety of different accompaniments. Taking my inspiration from the Italian flavours, I'm adding a simple risotto with lemon and pine nuts, which takes around 20 minutes to make, and some roasted courgette and pepper. Another option would be some potato wedges baked with olive oil and a sprinkle of dried mixed herbs. I've just simmered these wedges for 5 minutes before roasting them for 30 minutes. Add a mixed salad dressed with balsamic and dinner is sorted for tonight. It's so easy to get into a routine of buying the same foods every week, but why not take a look at what else is available in the shops? For instance, I like cooking with paneer and halloumi, but for this dinner I'm frying some Greek manuri cheese. You can base a meal like this around a jarred or a homemade sauce. I'm using this Alfez tagine sauce, and add veg of your choice. I'm using frozen green beans and griddled courgette. Heat up some breads, like these cute little ones, and dinner is done. A new ingredient to me is these corn strips. I'm going to use them in a quick stir fry with this frozen stir fry veg. I haven't tried this mix before, but I always like the idea of adding to my freezer supplies, and it has a good blend of veg, including peppers, baby corn, mushrooms and bean sprouts. Something a little different for dinner, and even better, very little effort for me today. And in case you're interested in giving the strips a try, I thought they were pretty nice. Why not click subscribe so you don't miss the second part to this video when I'll be making some interesting side dishes. Thanks for watching, and please let us all know in the comments what you do when you're lacking inspiration for dinner. Bye until next time.